Another dull day passes as you struggle to manage your failing farm. Your crops are beginning to wilt, and your cow is sick. For some time the land has been very quiet. The air has grown thick and foul. Each passing day you feel more uncertain if things will ever return to how they were before. Perhaps it is up to you. You've made up your mind. You are going to do something about it. You stand in front of your humble home, pondering what you should do next. Go in the house. Entering the house, you feel a subtle uneasiness, as if the growing blight outside has penetrated the walls of your safe haven. From what you see, however, everything is the same as you left it. Perhaps this may be a good time to just lay in bed and wish that your problems would just go away. I'm fixing that. I don't like the way. You fight the notion, but the temptation is still there. Let's read the journal. Dear Journal, another usual day on the farm. The crops are going with good health. Bethane is also, or however you pronounce it, is also doing quite well. Never disappointed with the milk she provides. If things continue to go well, I may be able to invest in more animals. I probably mispronounced that too. A farmer can only be so social with a cow. Dear Journal, today has been an unfortunate day. Somebody broke into my shed and stole some things. I usually don't mind if someone steals a bite to eat from the garden, but to take my equipment, well, I put a lock on the door and hid the key. Nobody will ever get into my stuff again. Dear Journal, I woke one night to a foul smell I've never come across before. I took a step outside to see what I could find, but I found nothing after searching about the farm. Whatever it is, it must be bad. I should make a trip into the city to see what this is about. You open the chest and find nothing more than a pile of papers. It seems you have less valuables than you anticipated. You close the chest. You lay in your bed and fall asleep to the light sound of wind blowing outside against the grass. Does this game have jump scares? You begin to hear whispers and chants, but you can't make anything of it. An image appears before you, a stone, glowing as if it were alive. The chants get louder as your vision grows in more detail. You reach towards the stone with your hand. As your finger makes contact, a clash of thunder rattles around you. Your clothing and skin start to flake away, like dust in the wind. The particles flow into the stone, sapping the life from your body. You feel pain you have never experienced before, and fear begins to flood over you. You suddenly see yourself laying in bed, never to wake up again. Your adventure ends here. You stand in front of your humble home, pondering what you should do next. You attempt to open the shed door, but the door won't budge. You remember locking it some time ago, but you can't remember what you did with the key. A path divides the crops you have labored so hard to prosper these past months. A penetrating odor reminds you that your plants are decaying away, and time is running short. You continue down the trail for a while until you see a cave off in the distance. You pause, questioning if there could be something helpful in there. Let's go. There's a faint whistle from the wind passing between the rocks. The temperature significantly cools as you enter the cave. You notice that there's a different smell, but you welcome it, comparing it to the deathly blight found outside. Before you take your next step, a large bear emerges from the darkness. You realize that you have made a terrible mistake even thinking that something helpful can be in here. Run away! The moment you turn to run, the bear roars with a deep growl, shaking the loose stones about the cave. All you can think about is making it back home in one piece, they misspelled piece. Well, you make it to the trail. Then the bear catches up with you, tackling you to the ground. You scream in pain as the bear rips you apart. Your adventure ends here. You stand in front of your humble home, pondering what you should do next. A path divides the crops you have labored so hard to prosper these past months. A penetrating odor reminds you that your plants are decaying away and time is running short. Let's go farther on the path this time. You continue down the trail for a while until you see a cave off in the distance. You pause, questioning if there could be something helpful in there. Though there isn't. You come to a stop as you stumble upon a broken wagon. Inspection time. You look about the mess and find bits of food and clothes scattered about the scene. You notice a key on the ground during your search. You pick up the key and continue on your way. After what felt like an hour or two, you reach a bridge. Nearby the path is a small shack, similar to the house you have on the farm. The man that lives here is a kind fellow from what you recall. Maybe he is home. You walk towards the structure and knock on the door. You scratch the back of your head, figuring that the person that lives here is currently occupied, if not elsewhere. You remember picking up a key from the wagon, and you use it on the door. The door unlocks. I guess the guy who lives here is dead in the wagon. You decide to help yourself in. Observing the empty room, you realize something terrible must have taken place here. The room is a wreck, just like the wagon. You are overcome with fear as you think of the man that used to dwell here. Look at the book. You pick up the book and start to flip through the pages. You discover that this is a journal. Reading a passage or two can't hurt. The days trade and went smoothly. Thank goodness. What I am thrilled most about, however, is that one of my buddies mentioned to me at the conclusion of our day, apparently, there's a pond nearby that has some of the biggest fish in the region. With good catch, I can make enough to move things forward. I was caught off guard when he mentioned that nobody has been able to catch any from there. I guess your typical fishing rod won't do the trick. But what can be done about it then? Something to be intrigued about, I suppose. These past couple of weeks have been really rough for me. My trading business has gone under, and I have lost nearly everything I own. This has pushed me to extremes, but that can't be helped now. I'm here. I am leaving this place forever, never to return. The land is dying, there's nothing but darkness here. Anybody reading this should leave while they can. You can't find a name to give this man, but regardless of the name, you've got chills running down your spine. Let's go see. You observe the trapdoor and notice a lock keeping it closed. With the key, you unlock the hatch and get it open. Without thinking, you travel downward. I'm watching my back right now. Walking down the steps leading below, the air attacks your body with a piercing cold. You notice immediately that there is a woman chained to the wall. She doesn't seem to notice you as you study her. Ooh la la. You feel darkness surround you as you stay in this awful place. You tremble as you try to form words in your mouth. You there! Let me out of here! The pressure of such demand makes you freeze. You take a moment to think about the situation before you respond. What got you locked up to begin with? You never believe me, even if I told you the truth. Something brought you here. Please, have mercy on me. Nope. I will not. No, don't go. With nothing else to interact with, you make your way up the stairs. As you exit, you can hear the woman laugh behind you. The voice causes the shack to shake. You leave the shack as fast as you could. Oh God, that was a creepy noise. You leave the shack and cross the bridge before something bad happens. You cross the bridge safely and continue down the trail. After all that has happened, you feel that you should take a moment to rest. You find a spot under a tree and sit down, getting comfortable. You tilt your head back against the tree and gaze into the sky. Let's pick at the grass. As you pick at the grass blades in your reach, the ground begins to shake. Before you can get up, roots from below sprout from the ground and wrap around your legs. This game. You turned around to see a large, angry face looking back at you. Your jaw drops in horror. No sound or scream escapes your tongue as the tightening grip of the roots squeeze what air is left out from your body. Your adventure ends here.